was scheduled to speak at my husband's upcoming memorial. Instead, I am here speaking at Charlie's memorial. It means a lot to share my story. Almost 12 years ago, I met this bright young man filled with optimism about his plan to reach young people. I was so impressed that I invited him to come to our home and tell my husband and me more about his organization. That young man, of course, was Charlie Kirk, and his organization was Turning Point USA. Charlie told us how he wanted to start 2 chapters in North Florida. When asked how much money it would take, he told us he thought it would take about $50,000. Not knowing anything about this young man except that he sounded impressive, we told him that if he could raise the first half, we would give him the remaining $25,000. 2 days later, Charlie called to say that he had raised the money. He was not in his hometown. He was not even in his home state. He was 20 years old, and yet he met our challenge. I laughed and I told him, I said, well, Charlie, I guess we owe you a check. That was Charlie Kirk's first challenge grant. After that initial grant, we followed suit with multiple challenge grants, each one larger than the previous, eventually growing into the millions. In the early days, Charlie felt like a son to me. More recently, I was the one looking up to him. Charlie never disappointed. He met every challenge with optimism and grit. Today, I feel like Charlie is challenging us. Will we meet his challenge to fight for freedom, for family, for faith? More importantly, will we do this the way that Charlie did, with a heart that loves God? Before you answer that question, I would like to share something else with you. Shortly before I met Charlie, I had become very discouraged about the atmosphere in our country. I even suggested to my husband that maybe we should stop trying. It seemed that the money and time we were giving to freedom causes did not seem to be making a difference. Bill asked me to read an article by Larry Reed. The essence of the article said this: if we truly believed in freedom, we must never stop trying to preserve it. We had a moral obligation to fight for freedom. And as long as there is a breath in our bodies, we must fight. By encountering Charlie, we met a true freedom fighter. Today, there is no doubt that Charlie Kirk fought for freedom with the last breath in his body. Thank you, Charlie Kirk. And thank you to everyone who will not stop fighting, to all who will meet the challenge Charlie gave us. Thank you.
Please welcome to the stage Larry Arn.
Good morning. We have the pastor, I'm the school teacher. I have one short story to tell you about Charlie Kirk, my friend. He became a friend of mine because I interrogated him one time. 19-year-olds are my specialty. I asked him some questions he couldn't answer, and he was already becoming famous. And I noticed his reaction. He said, "What should I do?" And I said, "Well, you have to suffer. If you want to grow, you have to suffer. Hard to learn. Into the night. Crack of dawn in the morning. Start with the Bible. Read the classics. Study the founding of America. In those places, you will find that there's a ladder that reaches up toward God. And at the bottom of it is the ordinary good things that are around us everywhere. If we can call them by their names, they have being. And the beings of the good things are figments of God. You will find that article in Aristotle. You will find it in the Bible. You will find it in Madison and Jefferson. How do I learn that? He said. And I said, you have to suffer. You have to study. You have to think. I thought that I'd never hear from him again. Within a month, he got hold of my cell phone number and he texted me a copy of a certificate of completion of a Hillsdale College online course. He would go on to do that 31 times. I keep a list in my head of the 6 or 8 young people, and I'm very privileged I get to know many inspiring young people who are the best I ever saw. Charlie is the only one who was never a full-time student at Hillsdale College who was on that list. We will miss him dearly. He can't be replaced. You know, a good thing is a thing that has being. An assassin is not a thing that has being. The assassin must give up his humanity to destroy something that has being. Charlie lives on. The assassin will die. My wife, who's here with me today, and I have set up a scholarship in the hope that Charlie's children will go to a good college. I have one in mind. And this May the 9th, Erica doesn't know this yet, we are going to give Charlie and Erica the greatest respect a college can give, an honorary degree. Charlie, you see, has suffered enough. He's gone to the Lord. He deserves his reward. Thank you.
Sheridan, Tyler Boyer, and Justin Strife.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mikey McCoy. I had the unique honor, blessing, and privilege of a lifetime to not only call Charlie a precious friend, mentor, but to travel with him literally everywhere. The first time I met Charlie was when I was driving him and his then girlfriend Erica to the airport after he had spoken at my father's church. The entire car ride, he was grilling me on Aristotle, Socrates, Plato, American history. At the end, he said, "Don't go to college. Come work for me instead." At 18, I canceled my college plans, moved to Arizona. My life was forever changed by Charlie. All of us in this room have that in common. My first day working at Turning Point, I met an incredible girl who Charlie was interviewing on his podcast, sharing the story of her family who had survived a totalitarian regime, whose grandfather was imprisoned in the gulags for 10 years for preaching the gospel. Elizabeth and I were married a year later. Thank you, Charlie. When Charlie would speak on college campuses, he'd often wear t-shirts with inspiring taglines like, "Here I am, never surrender, freedom." But as I've watched back so many clips these past 11 days, my favorite and so often worn by him was "Live Free." 11 days ago, my friend was martyred for using his voice to engage in peaceful dialogue. Charlie's assassin thought that he could steal and silence his voice by putting a bullet in his neck. In the words of Soren Kierkegaard, "The tyrant dies and his rule is over. The martyr dies and his rule has just begun." Charlie was not silent. His movement